was important for Helen to remember people's birthdays and special events. One of her habits was to write these dates down on a calendar that she kept in the kitchen. Now, Elsie told me how he found many years of these calendars after she passed. And while some would say that's not so much of a good thing, I would say that gives us an insight into her heart. It was important to her to remember your birthdays, to remember the special events. And she didn't count on her memory. She made sure she wrote those down on that calendar, because what was important to her was people. She loved you, and she wanted to remember you. And so she kept those dates. When Jenna returned to college, Helen watched her granddaughters 3 to 4 times a week, without complaint, without expectation. She loved those girls with all of her heart. Now they'd like to share a couple of memories. Caitlin and Kelsey would come. These are her granddaughters, Caitlin and Kelsey.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey, this is Caitlin, for those who can't tell us apart. I'm just going to go ahead and share some memories and thoughts and observations about Nana, and then Caitlin's going to read from scripture. But I think a couple of the points that we really just kept coming back to as we talked to family members and friends of Nana were just a couple of those things that Martin talked about. She was such a gentle and a patient person. That was some of the character traits that I would hope to emulate in my own life that we really saw in the life of my grandmother. She was so willing to serve others and to help others. I know Martin mentioned it a little bit, but my mom was even talking about how when she was growing up, women from church would come over and visit and talk to my grandmother, and she would sit and she would listen and take the time to really make them feel heard and loved. And that was something that she was so good at throughout her entire life. She had a desire to learn and to grow in knowledge. That was something that I know she didn't do just out of a desire for intellect, but because she saw that knowledge could improve her life and could improve the life of others. And you see that even in her kids and her grandkids, that love of learning and knowledge. And then she had a desire to heal. Martin mentioned the massages, which taught me my love of massages. But she had such a desire to heal others and to pursue healing through massage, through nutrition, through exercise and different books. She really took a proactive approach to seeing problems or weaknesses or pains and figuring out how to heal them and how to grow better out of it. And then she had a love of music. Martin mentioned that, and that's something I think if we were all to say, oh, what's one thing about Helen Kelly that we remember, would be that love of music that's seen in her family, her siblings, and that has just been passed down as a beautiful legacy that those of us who went to Valley Christian Church can so remember how much she loved worship with a fervor that maybe the rest of us had to really seek. Maybe sometimes we heard the clapping and we were distracted. And she had such a love not just for music but for people and for quality time in a world that I think so focuses on success and status and money and prestige. My grandmother truly focused on people.